We haven't even seen the best of this Real Madrid by far. 5 minutes left. Half number one. Handball.
Good layoff off of the chest. The fans screaming in unison for handball.
The referee a little shielded. Undiano says play on. Here comes Malaga again, and it's the speed around Carvalho of Rondon, but he forgot something along the way.
Well, Rondon could have played it past Carvalho. He tested him over the first 5 yards, and he was just starting to get past Ricardo Carvalho, but he couldn't find that little touch to lead it past that extra couple of yards.
Liga.
Off.
And it's not Quincy's fault. He's saying it wasn't, but Liga had the whole field in front of him. He had to know. Both forwards were off. Disciplined line by Real Madrid in the back. Chance for Real to catch their breath a bit.
Yeah, and all of us. Good match. Laid down nicely by Ferreira, sending his troops out nicely, and Mourinho's men are looking good.
Ponyo flips it on. Down goes Quincy, play on. Edu Ramos for Rondon, denied again.
Played.
Jesus Gomez up the line. Keeps it in. What's going to happen?
It's going to be a foul.
Off the throw instead.
Into the throw.
Ponyo quickly. Quincy Owusu-Abeyu. Back comes Khedira.
Good run.
Owusu-Abeyu touched through and all the way back to Casillas. He's trying to start a counter here. Wellington just staying tight to Higuain. Here's the teenager.
Great response by Malaga, though, upping the tempo. Ever since the goal went in, the skipper willing his team back on. They really are got air in the sails now, wind in the sails, Phil. They really have been far from over, but his class told in the end.
Less than 3 to go in regulation.
Nice touch.
Fernando. It's a foot race. Arbeloa got tangled. Which way? Play on. Incidental as both players went in. Witzel has the inside. Drives it through. Ronaldo. And he gets called for a foul going through the back of Wellington.
Not so sure either.
I think Undiano was just tired of trying to keep up. He needed to catch his breath.
There was a foul at the other end. It wasn't dissimilar.
Threaded through Rondon. Quincy still catching his breath on the other side. Rondon around Carvalho. Maybe one more touch.
By Marcelo, though, to cover for Carvalho. He's been tested a few times now, Carvalho, by the strength and pace of these beautiful.
Oh, sweet touch by Quincy. He's hurt, but he still creates. Liga getting a throw-in out of it. Owusu-Abeyu is not in good shape right now. And that would be a big blow for Malaga. Here he is, the Ghanaian was coasting back as we enter the final minute. Wellington got too gutsy, and now he could pay the price. Özil. Wellington tries to stop. Özil squares. Ronaldo, goal! Just like that, off the defensive miscue, and merciless Real Madrid.
This is magnificent from little Özil, and that's where all the praise will go to. Cristiano isn't going to miss this one. He arrives by stealth, wearing his hush puppies, but it's all Özil who capitalizes on a bad giveaway. The defender turns like bad milk, and Özil is down on him. It's Wellington who would give it away. Özil is so good in these situations. He's so cool and so aware of his options. There's nothing rash or rush about him. He's a little fortunate there to get the rub of the green, but luck's got nothing to do with it in another capacity. Look at those wonderful eyes again. projecting around. Cristiano made the first one. Cristiano capitalizes on the second one, but that one was all Özil, as the first one, in my opinion, was all Cristiano setting up the wonderful Higuain. 2 wonderful goals for Real Madrid.
And Ray, those are the goals that champions score, because Malaga maybe hadn't turned it in their favor. They brought it back to 50-50 and had some chances to equalize.
Yeah.
And just like that, before halftime by seconds.
Yep. And then the flaming dagger goes right into them. You're right, Phil. He bounced back very nicely and showed plenty of pluck and character, the anchovies of Malaga, but there's no more pernicious way to hit back than what we just seen Real Madrid performing. Again, I go back to Özil's awareness. He's seen it so many times in Germany and early from Real Madrid in the early part of this season. This kid is so utterly aware. He defies his young years, Özil. That's one of the real brilliant components that Real Madrid identified, is the wonderful decision-making that is Özil. And I'll tell you one thing, Kaká, I'm not so sure if he'll ever be able to play for this team again. I really don't. I think the future for the playmaker of Real Madrid is out there in front of us all, and it's the German Özil.
Cescara now, the backup keeper, going in the book. It looked like Marcelo had already started to trip as he slowed down, but Gomez getting just enough of him from behind to get the yellow.
Part of the game, this 45 minutes has been full of little incidents like that. But it's Real Madrid's class that's come out of the woods and really set this place on fire. Maybe an unfair scoreline in some ways, but if a game's all about class, then that's what Real Madrid showed on their 2 wonderful goals.